Okay, LeetCode problem 239, the sliding window maximum. This is a hard question. So you're given an array of integers, nums, and there's a sliding window of size k, which is moving from the very left of the array to the very right, and you can only see the k numbers in the window at a time. So each time the sliding window moves right by one position, you'll return the max element in the sliding window. So we're going to use a monotonic decreasing, which basically means, so if you've got 3, 2, 4 in an array, you wouldn't be able to add that 4 because it's greater than 2, so you'd pop the 2 and try and add the 4 again, but the 4 is again greater than the 3, so you pop the 3 and you'd end up with 4. So to start off, we're going to use our, I'll just initiate an answer, and then create a queue for our structuring. And then, so for let I equals 0, I is less than none. So I'm going to iterate through the array at I. And when we get to a point where I is equal to our index of 2, so we've got to 3 elements, so 0, 1, 0, 1, and 2, then we can start adding. So while we have anything in our queue and our nums queue length, queue length minus 1, and let's see. So while we have something in our queue and the number we're iterating on in our array is greater than nums queue length, so the last number we've added to our queue. So basically, if we've got in that example, so 1, 2, or 4, 5, 3. So if nums I is greater than that last number, so if we want to add 6, we'd have to pop all of these because it's greater. So while that's true, we'll do queue pop, and then I'll just queue push I. So we're not adding the element, we're going to add the index of that number that's now at the beginning of our queue, which is the greatest one in the array we have so far, or the window we have so far. Yeah. Oh yeah. So and so now we're going to check to see if, let's see, q plus 0 is I. Okay, yeah, now we're going to check to see if our current index is out of our window. So we're going to check if the first element in our queue, if the index of that first element is 3 less than our current index of I, that means we've broken our window. So if q plus k equals I, so if we're using this example, our first element would be 3 and it's at index 1. And by the time we get to this index of 5, we will have broken that constraint because we're 1, 2, 3. We've got these 3 here, and that is 4 away. So we'll have to remove it. So I'll do Q unshift to remove that first element. And then we have to check, okay, what's 1? And then we have to make sure we have at least 3 elements in our sliding window so far, because we just start with 1, then 2, then 3. And once we have that, we can add, we can just add the first element of the queue to our answer because it's the max element of any sliding window that we'd have. So now just return answer. Run it and it should work.